Now that you've explored the galaxy with Sora, returned to Raccoon City, rescued Hope County, and sworn off future Crackdown games, it's time for something new. Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the most anticipated games of March 2019.
Whoa! Oh, I'm stuck. Need a little help?
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at new games coming out this month that should keep us occupied throughout spring break. We got a full list at 10 games this month, so let's get started. Number 10, ToeJam and Earl, Back in the Groove. Release date, March 1st, 2019.
This place is gigantic, running from the bees and dodging all the moles. Somebody tried to run me over with a lawnmower.
Despite never quite reaching that same level of popularity as Sonic the Hedgehog, ToeJam and Earl were among the most recognizable mascots on the Sega Genesis. This alien duo also defined 90s culture with their dope rap music, too cool for school attitude, and a wardrobe that would make MC Hammer envious. Given our current obsession with everything nostalgic, it was only a matter of time until ToeJam and Earl got their groove back. Creator Greg Johnson returns for this fourth installment in the franchise, which raised over $500,000 on Kickstarter. The original 1991 classic served as the primary inspiration for this retro throwback, implementing an isometric perspective and roguelike gameplay. Put on your sunglasses and give them that funk.
ToeJam and Earl Back in the Groove, an all-new adventure game.
Number 9, The Walking Dead, Final Season, Episode 4, Take Us Back. Release date, March 26th, 2019.
I got something else to show you. This way.
For over a decade, Telltale breathed new life into the adventure genre with brilliant storytelling and beloved characters. Alas, the company met a bitter end in 2018, laying off a majority of its staff in September and filing for bankruptcy 2 months later. To add insult to injury, this all went down in the midst of The Walking Dead: The Final Season. Although it looked like Clementine's journey may never receive a proper resolution, Skybound Games thankfully swooped in to pick up the pieces, releasing Episode 3 in January 2019, with Episode 4 set to bring the season to a close. Given the troubled production, we can only hope for a satisfying final curtain to Clementine's story, as well as the legacy Telltale left behind.
Shit, the bomb! AJ!
Number 8, Left Alive. Release date, March 5th, 2019. Set in the Front Mission universe, this Square Enix title brings together Toshifuma Nabeshima of the Armored Core games, Kingdom Hearts co-creator Shinji Hashimoto, and Metal Gear Solid character designer Yoji Shinkawa. With so many legendary developers on board, we can expect a wholly unique experience from this survival action shooter, which sets itself in 2127 as war divides the city of Novo Slava. Assuming control of 3 different characters, the player can either survive this war zone by taking a stealthy or explosive approach. Either way, you'll have to power through hordes of enemies, ranging from man to machine. Speaking of which, Still Alive also enlisted the talents of Takayuki Yanase, who specializes in designing battle mechs. Number 7, One Piece World Seeker. Release date, March 15th, 2019. One Piece is a pretty ironic title, as it's anything but self-contained. The original manga and anime are still going strong even after 2 decades. Along the way, the franchise has inspired numerous movies, novels, and of course, video games. Since the series is largely about exploration, you'd think an open-world game would have been developed a long time ago. World Seeker is a first for One Piece, however, taking place in the wide-open environment of Jail Island. The player naturally steps into the sandals of Monkey D. Luffy, who can traverse across this island with his stretchy arms and Gomu Gomu no Rocket technique. Even if you're not familiar with the Straw Hat crew, the lively gameplay and setting will likely hook newbies in. Number 6, The Sinking City. Release date, March 21st, 2019.
Hey, well, there goes 3 bullets for the back. Can't believe I'm doing this.
Like Call of Cthulhu, which came out only a few months ago, The Sinking City is sure to entice anyone who enjoys the works of H.P. Lovecraft. The game follows private detective Charles W. Reed as he attempts to unravel the mystery surrounding the floody city of Oakmont, Massachusetts. The game's gothic setting is reminiscent of Rapture from BioShock, although Oakmont hasn't been completely submerged underwater yet. Developer Frogwares is primarily known for their Sherlock Holmes games, and investigation plays a key role in their first open-world adventure as well. Players require a keen eye to get to the bottom of this supernatural disaster, and overlooking a crucial clue could leave you with that sinking feeling. Number 5, Tom Clancy's The Division 2. Release date, March 15th, 2019.
After we survived the initial attack in New York, our capital needed us.
Civil war is a term that's been thrown around a lot in today's political climate, making Tom Clancy's The Division 2 sound more relevant than we'd like to admit. Where the first game focused on a smallpox outbreak in New York, the sequel takes our heroes to Washington, D.C. as urban warfare erupts. With the fate of the nation hanging in the balance, the Division agents must go up against various factions to ensure a better tomorrow. When the game's beta was released last February, it was met with generally positive early impressions. Plus, last month's Far Cry New Dawn hinted that a classic secret agent may be heading to DC after contacting the Division. Hey, check out our Ubisoft shared timeline theory video. Number 4, Yoshi's Crafted World. Release date, March 29th, 2019. Well, Yoshi's Woolly World didn't exactly break new ground. It was the definition of a feel-good game. Makes sense, seeing how it was actually developed by the company Goodfeel. These positive vibes can certainly be felt in the footage for Yoshi's Crafted World, which takes the green dinosaur from a world made of wool to a world constructed from cardboard cutouts. In addition to classics like Yoshi's Island and Yoshi's Story, the game's arts and crafts style calls modern titles like Tearaway and Little Big Planet to mind. You can also definitely see a bit of Kirby's Epic Yarn, another Goodfeel game. If you're looking for a more laid-back Switch game, Yoshi's Crafted World should be as much fun as flipping through a colorful pop-up book. Number 3, Dead or Alive 6. Release date, March 1st, 2019. Anyone who opted out of buying a Switch in favor of a PS4 or Xbox One is sadly missing out on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. However, you can still make your Nintendo fans envious with another fighting game. Believe us, we asked. While there have been a few recent Dead or Alive games to hold us over, this one marks the franchise's first main installment since 2012. The time gap between titles shows, as the new engine for this game highlights the visible injuries characters endure throughout fights, making the player feel every punch. Most notably, the critical blow from Dead or Alive 5 has been replaced with the Fatal Rush, an auto combo button that brings the pain once the break gauge is full. Number 2, Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Release date, March 22nd, 2019.
Japan was consumed by perpetual conflict.
From Dark Souls to Bloodborne, developer From Software has been on a roll, delivering some of the best and most insanely difficult games of the past decade. They may have another gaming phenomenon on their hands with Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, which was considered by many to be a highlight at Gamescom 2018. The story centers on a shinobi in 16th century Japan who loses his arm and master in battle. Upon receiving a prosthetic replacement from Ibushi, the one-armed wolf sets out to save his lord in a gory, gritty, and at times gorgeous adventure. Being a From Software game, the difficulty level isn't expected to show players any mercy, so be prepared to die more than twice. Number 1, Devil May Cry 5. Release date, March 8th, 2019. Want to know what really hyped us up for this game? It's battle-themed Devil Trigger, which was released 8 months ago and is still amazing to listen to. Hit it, editor!
Just getting right to the point, huh?
Oh, Dante, you have no idea how much we've missed you. It's taken over a decade, but Capcom is finally returning to the franchise's main line with Devil May Cry 5 after the disappointing 2013 reboot. In addition to Demon Hunter Dante, the 5th installment will feature the return of Nero and a newcomer simply known as V. While we're eager to catch up with these characters, what's just as significant is the return of director Hideaki Itsuno, who has always been the heart and soul behind this series. With Itsuno at its helm, DMC5 should receive the next-gen treatment it deserves.
Alright, time to kick some ass.
Check out these other great clips from MojoPlays, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.